Heading into this week, the Los Angeles Lakers are 8-2 and back in the playoff picture after an abysmal start to the season. Before we get into that, make sure you drop a like, comment, subscribe to catch us talking sports every single day. And shout out our guard John McKinney for a really good comment about the New York Jets and their quarterback situation. But let's get into the topic at hand today. You see the smile on this guy's face? He's ready for this one. Let's talk about these Lakers, man, after winning 8 of their last 10 games heading into this week. Are the Lakers back, man? Are they a real playoff contender after a tough start to the season?
No. Nope.
Just like that, huh?
Negatory. Never going to happen.
Oh.
This is ridiculous that we have to talk about this in the beginning of December when we all know that the NBA, for the most part, doesn't really start until after Christmas. Everything that happens before that is so hit or miss. You have to see how a team...
Question. So their tough start to the season. Mm-hmm. Do we just write that off because the season hasn't actually begun yet because it wasn't Christmas yet? Do we wipe that away because it was early in the season?
They are right now either side of that. I don't think you have to, because literally we went from let's sell the entire farm, trade LeBron James, Anthony Davis, Russell Westbrook, and plan for something in the future to now they're back. Anthony Davis is amazing. He's going to be MVP. They're 10-12. They're not even as good as they were last year at this exact point. They were 11-11 last season at this exact point. And Anthony Davis was playing fairly similarly, minus those 2 unbelievable games he just had. But in this 8-2 stretch, they have played the worst 2 teams, arguably in the entire NBA, 4 times. They played San Antonio 3, which NBA, Adam Silver, I don't know what you're doing with your scheduling. Figure it out.
How does that happen?
How do you
play the same team 3 times?
3 times. Yeah, what is this, baseball? Like, what are we doing here? That's 3 of their 8 wins. That's 3 of their 8 wins. Their other ones have come against Detroit, who is not good either. And then you go up against the Wizards, again, not great either. And then you have a respectable win against the Bucks. I'll give you that. But then it is the Portland Trailblazers, who have also come back down to earth after a hot start. And then Brooklyn, who I don't know what Brooklyn is at this point, is like they're Kevin Durant when he wants to be, and that's about it. This is nothing yet. And honestly, there's so much I'd rather be talking about right now at the beginning of December than the Lakers being 10-12 and not even in a play-in game if the playoffs started right now.
Well, that was a spirited opening soliloquy, Matthew Morris. I loved every second of it, but I have to heavily disagree, man. The Lakers, after a tough start to the season, are very much back into the playoff picture, and they'll probably end up in the playoffs if we're keeping it 100, which we always do on this show.
Playoffs or play-in?
Again, I think they would probably make the play-in and probably advance through the play-in to make the playoffs. That would be my expectation at this point. The biggest reason why, man, I'm just going to ask you a couple hypothetical questions. Do they have arguably one of the greatest players in NBA history still playing at a very high level? The answer to that question is yes. Do they still have one of the top 10, I'll be easy and say top 10 most skilled players in the entire NBA in Anthony Davis? I would say the answer to that is yes. And with that being said, when you have 2 players on the court at any given time who are arguably 2 of the top 10 or 15 players in the sport, you're gonna have a chance with a new head coach in Darvin Ham, who is, I would argue at this point, already a better head coach than Frank Vogel. You could argue that Frank Vogel has a title, he has a ring or so, but that remains to be seen. And these other pieces is really the biggest reason why the Lakers, aside from Anthony Davis having 2 of the best games of his career, the supporting pieces is probably the biggest reason why the Lakers have turned their season around, at least from 1 month to the next, going 8-2 in their last 10 games. First guy who's the Lakers' 3rd leading scorer, or maybe their 4th leading scorer at this point, an offseason addition, Lonnie Walker. He's been playing really good basketball on both sides of the floor. He's shooting 40% from deep. Patrick Beverley gives you what he gives you on the defensive side of the ball. But Russell Westbrook as well. We have to talk about Russell Westbrook, who is playing really good basketball, and I think you can't deny that either. I mean, obviously, he's gotten rid of the turnovers a little bit. His assist numbers are back up. His efficiency is back up. And more importantly, he looks to be having fun and gelling with LeBron James and Anthony Davis. When you get all that, you're going to get 8 wins over your last 10 games, even if 3 of them are coming against the San Antonio Spurs, who are tanking, the Detroit Pistons, who are without their best player, and a couple other, wins who you just glossed over, like beating the Milwaukee Bucks, beating the Brooklyn Nets, just glossing over that. But So 0 chance, huh? 0 chance that the Lakers make the playoffs?
This is ridiculous that we
Zero
still have
chance?
to talk about. First of all,
Zero
Anthony
chance, huh?
Davis, I don't know if you've noticed, but there's a nickname that's gone along with him, along with other ones like
I've heard you say it
Bubble.
many times.
Day-to-day Davis.
say
Anthony,
it.
I'm glad he's healthy right now and he's
I
playing
don't think you
well.
are. I don't think you are. I don't believe
I don't
him.
trust it. I just don't trust it. He's already played half as many games as he played the entire last season. He played in 40 games in 2021, and he played in 36 the year before that. Like, this is a guy that is injury prone. So to be excited about what he's doing in November and December is getting ahead of ourselves quite a bit, especially when the Lakers, what it's requiring them to beat the Wizards is to have Anthony Davis have one of his best nights of his career and a historically great night for the Lakers. That's not them. They played well against the Bucks, but for him to have a better game and still almost lose to the Wizards tells you a lot about what's going on with the Lakers right now.
The Wizards are trash. They're above 500. They're a decent team. What?
You're really with the Wizards? Really?
They're not terrible. They're not trash.
They
have a better record than the Lakers.
What?
They're a decent team.
Okay, you can hold that as an award at the end of
It's
the
not
year.
an award. You're just trying to downplay them when that's not necessary.
Because it's the Wizards. Because they're not going to be in anything at the end of the season.
I guess. The Bucks are, though, right? And they beat the Bucks. So what are we talking about here?
This
You don't
is
know.
ridiculous. This is absolutely ridiculous. They took them everything to win in an early regular season game against the Milwaukee Bucks. Congratulations. You did it. You're now 10-12. You are still under 500, and you still have to last for another 6 months to actually see if something will happen. And here's the other thing is, they're rebounding the ball pretty well. Yes, Anthony Davis is playing well, but they still can't shoot from outside. They're shooting 33%. And you said it first. You said that they could make a play-in game. You think that's what's going to happen?
At this point, I would guess.
Okay, so they're going to make a play-in game.
Yeah.
So then they are going to either be the 8th or the 7th seed.
Yeah.
They will have to then play Phoenix, or who is even number 2 right now? I don't know. Probably Memphis at the end of the season.
Ugh.
Are they beating Phoenix in a 7-game series?
I can't say that right now. No.
Are they going to beat Memphis, or if Golden State continues to rise back up, or your team Dallas if they figure out their...
not the conversation at hand.
Yes, it is. Yes, it is.
No, it's not.
Yes, it is. Yes,
when
it
did
is.
we change it to when can they win the playoff game? I don't
Are
remember
we
that being the
really going?
conversation.
Okay, so you're going to throw in all this amazing stuff about one of the best NBA players of all time, one of the most skilled top 10, and you're going to just
Is any of that a lie?
You're going to just hold them to, hey, they're kind of back. They're going to make a play-in, and then they're going to lose in the first round. Is that really what we want from this Lakers team? If that point, if we're just doing that, then why are we talking at all? If they're back, that means that they're back to what they originally wanted to be, which is a title contender. And they are not back because they're not a title contender.
Well, that wasn't the topic. If the question was, are they a title contender, then that would be different.
If you're going to get me on this legal stuff, get out of here and go be a lawyer.
Well, the question at the beginning of the
ridiculous.
episode was, are they a playoff team or are they real? And the answers to both of those questions are yes.
Being a playoff team, that's not real. Real is being able to contend for a title.
No, that's a real contender.
Oh
But let
my
us know in the
gosh.
comments how you feel about these Lakers in their hot week or so. Make sure you drop a comment. Make sure you subscribe to catch me and Matt frivolously talking sports every single day. We'll catch you next time, though. Thanks for watching. Feel free to check out our other videos and don't forget to smack that subscribe button down below while you're at it. Also, for more great and original content, head right over to bvmsports.com.